Alright, so here I go. I'm about to post another video. So this one is about the Democrats' approval ratings, and they are down in the shitter, man. Like, it's bad. I feel bad for any of the, like, Grover Cleveland, JFK, Andrew Jackson, any Democrats that, like those guys, because, man, your party is, oh, I feel so bad. Like, your party is literally down in the shitter, and it's literally because leadership is so bad and so unstable. They can't decide anything at all. Because, like, all they do now is, oh, we oppose Trump. We're doing the opposite of Trump. That only works to a certain level. You need a certain amount of things that you fight for to really have a voter base even come. Because the thing is, okay, you vote. Okay, you're the party against Trump, right? But what do you do? We fight Trump. But do you do anything else? So it's like they don't really give voters a reason to really vote for them, and it just sucks that like that party was dwindled down that badly. Like even during Obama's term, the Democrats were doing far, far better, and they had far better leadership than now. And not only that, but AOC, I'm gonna make a video on that later, but man, the Democrats turned on her, and oh, it was actually interesting. But anyways, let's get into this.
Brand new CNN poll out today shows the Democrats' favorability among Americans is at its lowest point in the history of CNN's polling back to 1992. Damn. Only 28% of Americans view the Democratic Party favorably.
Damn, 28. Oh, that hurts. Oh, 54. Holy crap. Yeah. Yeah, that says a lot. Like your party is down in the shitter. Like at this point, you guys need to learn the truth, which is get rid of the goddamn people sucking the life out of your party and get better people in there. Throw all these losers out that don't even know what the difference between a man and a woman is. Throw them out, replace them with people that actually have like issues to fight for. Because like, look, you guys fucked over Bernie Sanders already. He's too old. He's too old. Then you have Hillary Clinton, who, I mean, she's a far better candidate than Kamala Harris. I'll give her that. But she's old as fuck, so I don't even know if she's gonna make it. And then you have Obama, who can't even run again, so you lost hope there. But yeah, like this is like absolute shit. The way I can really tell you how the Democrats are going is like, you know how when a car crash happens and everybody looks at it and they can't take their eyes off it, and then another car crash happens because of it, and then it's just kind of like dominoes where a massive car crashes happen, everything lights on fire, and the city burns. Yeah, that's pretty much what the Democratic Party has become, and it's real sad because all the people that can fix the fire are too scared to talk about it because they're too scared of their own base turning against them to really do anything about it. But yeah, it's like the more years passed, the more radical they've become. So they become so radical that people that were Democrats even 10 years ago now would be considered neo-Nazis by the very party that they voted for during the Obama years. Like that by itself is crazy. The fact that the party swung that deep back is terrible. Like an Obama Democrat at this point would literally be a neo-Nazi to them because they like deportations, they like all that stuff. That's crazy. But anyways, let's get into this.
How can you guys turn that around?
I think you have to find. There'll never be a real party leader until we have a nominee for president. But we are moving into a midterms, and CNN has been covering who is motivated to show up in a midterm within the latest polling. And there's a lot of motivation there. I can go back to remember working in the 1996 congressional elections when we were trying to make up for just losing like 60 seats after a president's elected. Normally we do well, and I think that's what we're looking towards the future.
And Brian, what do you think? I mean, it is true. 72% of Democrats and Democratic-aligned voters say they are motivated to go in the midterms. How does your party tap in to Republican enthusiasm that right now seems wanting in a lot of ways?
You know, listen, I think we go back to what's always worked for us: promises made, promises kept. As of right now.
Yeah, the problem with that is, what are your promises? We hate Trump. But what do you want to do? We hate Trump. Great, great. You hate Trump. That's one promise. Great. Great. That's one promise out of like hundreds that you don't even bother talking about or even leading your base on what's the correct choice. That's the problem. You guys have one major thing, and that one major thing is the only thing keeping what little relevancy this party has left.
Now inflation is lower today than when President Trump took
Yep.
office. Gas prices are lower today than when President Trump took
Yep.
office. You know, the price of eggs are lower. So he's going to make
Yep.
the economic message. We just need to make sure that it extends.
Yeah, and that's true. Trump actually lowered all that stuff the moment he got in. That alone tells you just how bad of a job the Biden administration really did. Trump came in and got rid of all those problems in like what, 2 months? Like literally 2 months. Something that Joe Biden couldn't do in 4 goddamn years. Then again, I'll give him a little bit of leeway because of the pandemic, but still, like, he didn't even lower shit at all.
For another year and a half, so that the voters continue to feel it. But I think that's the only way. Is, you know, we made a promise to the American people. We've delivered on these promises, and that's what should be character. We'll see if it carries.
I'm sure you have something to
Let's
say
see.
about the promises made, promises kept.
Look, if you talk to people right now about the big, beautiful bill that was passed and folks
Oh,
getting
yeah.
lost off of Medicare and SNAP, that by itself will be enough for me to run every midterm election I need to win.
What about your concerns, if any, about MAGA being so upset about the failure to release the Epstein files?
Yeah, I'm still pissed off about that. I have not. Yeah, I'm still pissed off about that part. Like, I already made 5 videos complaining about it. I'm probably gonna make a 6th one eventually. So yeah, there's that.
And the fact that Elon Musk comes out, says Donald Trump is in the Epstein files, which I have personally no
Yeah, that's
evidence
crazy.
of, but he did say that. And then
Oh, you heard that? He said he personally has no evidence of. Oh, I know exactly why he said that. But basically, Trump won his lawsuit against, I think it was MSNBC or PBS, one of them. But it was $16 million, and dude, he won that lawsuit. And not only that, he won a couple other lawsuits against media companies. So these guys are being super careful with their words because they realize Trump has a good goddamn lawyer, and they're scared of getting sued to the fuck. They're scared of getting sued to oblivion, basically, because he's pretty much won all the lawsuits he's done against these people, and that's crazy.
a month later, Pam Bondi and the Justice Department put out this document saying nothing to see here, folks. And a lot of people in MAGA world, as I don't need to
Yep.
tell you, Tucker Carlson all the way down, are very upset about it.
I mean,
Yep,
listen,
we
we're
are.
2 weeks into this. It doesn't seem like it's going to be stopped. I think the president has to figure out what type of valve that he can release so that something, some movement takes place, because the status quo is just not working within the base. I even going further, my mother, she only speaks Spanish, watches Spanish language, liberal to the extreme. She's asking me about the Epstein files and say, why isn't Donald Trump released?
How do you say Epstein files in Spanish?
I don't even know.
Yeah.
Epstein files.
Yeah, Epstein files.
What I was going to say is midterms are only about one thing. They've always been about one thing. It's motivation, because a big group of people don't show up to vote in an off-year election.
Right.
Motivation right now to me is more important than popularity. I think you.
Oh yeah, usually, generally in midterms, the other party wins some seats. We'll see, but I don't think this time around the Democrats have a huge chance of winning much.
Will find your local candidate who they'll like, who's running for Congress, or a candidate, and that's the biggest difference. Is we have to keep our people motivated. And every time Epstein, or even giving war or giving things to Ukraine, will make them mad. Hell, they're even mad because they think that Superman is woke. There's something making their base mad every day.
Do you agree with that?
Listen,
Oh yeah, I haven't watched Superman, so I'm not gonna give my opinion on it. I have heard some mixed reviews. Like, some people hated it, some people loved it. Me, I haven't watched it, so I'm not even gonna throw out my opinion. I'm just gonna say the guy who plays Superman looks like him. The dog looks nice, but that's really all I can say until I watch it.
I think our base is happy with the progress they're making, that President Trump is making. But yeah, they are frustrated with the fact that the shine, at least for 4 years, the shine of the American spirit was harmed by Joe Biden. Whether it's their domestic policies, whether it's border policies or anything, and so they're eager to have that restored. They see President Trump doing. They just wish more was happening.
Just for the record,
But here's the thing. It's that Joe Biden, during his policies, didn't even do the bare minimum to keep people semi-happy of his office. Like, they didn't even do that much. Trump is not only doing the bare minimum that Joe Biden should have been doing, but he's doing like far, far more than that, far faster, far more efficiently, and he's actually talking to people more. Like, you see him go run around every fucking place getting in an interview. But then when Joe Biden was there, you really didn't see him at all. You saw him occasionally, but that man was tired, he was drained, and like his party used him up until he was basically a dried up husk of his former self, and then threw him out the moment he wasn't useful to them anymore. Like, that's literally what happened with Joe Biden.
Superman Isn't Woke. It's a pretty apolitical movie. I don't know if either one of you saw it, but
I'm going there this Saturday with my kid.
Yeah, I took my daughter. First time she hasn't looked at her phone during a movie in her entire life.
Bro, that's an achievement right there. That's a goddamn achievement right there. Taking some people off their phones is like practically impossible. Like, you have a better chance at running an entire soul speed run without dying over that. Like, that's how hard it is getting some of these people off their phones, and it's crazy.
So I think that's enough for me.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
There's no politics in it. It's just fun.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, Brian Lands at Czech Rocco. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Why are you doing this?
That's it. Anyways, I'm just gonna react to that, but that's pretty much all.